What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Cell FHO Jason IC, man. Today in the studio, live right here. I got a special guest, man. And when I say special, I mean special on so many occasions. I've watched this young lady just bubble and grow and grow. And it's been amazing to me to watch her just do her thing. And for me, it's just been awesome. I mean, seriously awesome. So I want to take the time out while I have her in town. She's on the pass through. Hold on, y'all. Let me mute this. She's on a pass through, so I just wanted to take this time, man, to show her some Lisa up, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, while we get this thing started, you already know how it is. I'm gonna give her a round of applause first in the studio. I'm gonna take this off here because I want you guys to get this information down. So, as you see this information, make sure you got this. And here's her round of applause. Yeah, that's for my girl right there. All right, y'all. Let's get it cracking. Oh, hold on. We ain't got my intro. Where's my intro? Bam.
Big Cell, you a fool for this one. That's right. FHO. Shit. Let's roll. Huh? FHO. 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 Big Cell in your radio. FHO. 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 Big Cell on your radio. FHO. 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 Big Cell in your radio. FHO.
Banger alert. Banger alert.
Big Cell on your radio. Big Cell on your radio. Best podcast show since the Misfits couldn't carry on. But I'ma carry on and get the party cracking. The homegirl 7 carats known for text blasting. Get she on the rap. If you want action, 800 plus. It's a known fashion. Keep her back up playing cause the wheels cracking. Big Cell can keep it real. What a passion. All gas, no break, in and out of traffic. You see your brother on a hole, respect the passions. Whether they outlaws or outcasts. Big Cell's top 5 when you in traffic. Roger, ride. Mind your business, stay in your own lane. Respect others in the set the game. Spread black love the old-fashioned way. You miss the West with the South. It's a master pass. FHO. 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 Big Cell in your radio. FHO. 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 Big Cell on your radio. FHO. 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 Big Cell in your radio. FHO. 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 Big Cell on your radio.
Again, appreciate y'all, man. I love you guys. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the donations. Don't forget, man, support the channel, support the platform. I need you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And again, man, I love you guys. Don't forget the 5 things I'm gonna leave you with. Ride your own ride, stay in your own lane, mind your business. Have enough love in yourself to have some love for me. We're gonna ride for love and let it ride, man. We gone, man.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm not famous.
I've been talking to y'all. My mic has been off. My bad. Thank you, Brian, for that, man. I was talking. I'm sorry about that, Stephen. No sound. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so I was telling you guys earlier, you guys really didn't miss too much. You got to turn your volume down, little mama. You got to turn your volume down. I put Highway Bully, huh? You did that. I didn't type that in.
Yes,
did I did? Okay, well, change it to Mileage. You can change it. Mileage Bully.
That's on your stuff.
I changed it on mine. I messed it up on mine.
Yeah, you gotta fix that.
I sure did, y'all. Let me edit that because I got to get that fixed. I don't know how I did that. Hold on. highway. I mean, why did it say highway?
No.
Mileage. That's her name is Mileage Bully, y'all. She wants that to be correct. Turn your volume down though, because it's gonna be beat back by people. Mileage Bully. Okay. All righty. I gotta change it for each one. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying the shit. Save changes. Let me see if it's changing it. It should change it for each one. You are live. You are live. Highway Bully. Oh, so I'm gonna have to change it for each one. Edit. Let me see. All right, y'all. Give me a second while I fix this because I don't want no problems.
None.
I mean, not that I would really have any, but
Yes, you would.
I wouldn't have not
Yes, you would.
not a nan.
Yes, you would.
Not a nan. Anyway, y'all. So let's get this thing. So let's talk about first off who you are, where you come from. Let me show the people. Let me let them see you in a minute as I correct this. Knowledge. Okay, one more, and we are done. Mileage. All right, here we go. Save changes. Okay. LinkedIn doesn't support upcoming broadcasting yet. Okay. Save changes. Okay. 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 So we're going to unplug you, LinkedIn. Okay. Okay. Now we good to go. Save changes. Ta-da! We back. Okay. Now, sorry about that, y'all. My fault. My bad. My mix up. My being going down. My whatever's. So this young lady here, man, has taken the motorcycling to a whole nother level. And it's just amazing to know her. It's amazing to watch where she come from. It's amazing to understand what gave her the mindset of even creating it. I mean, coming up with the idea, the concept, the whole 9 yards. So we're here today to we're gonna talk about it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without further ado, there she is, my girl. Miss, how do you say Shaquilla Bussy, aka
The mileage bully.
not the highway bully, but the mileage bully. Okay. All right. So I got it right. Okay. So let's start. Who is Shaquilla?
Well, Shaquilla's my government name, of course. And
We already know that.
we know
part.
that, but the mileage bully is what was born from miles riding on the highway, just out there on the street, just doing what I do. And
no, but I'm saying before we get from that, like,
sure.
Were you always a rider? Were you were you born in the riding? Did your parents ride?
Yep.
How did you get even connected with riding? How my juice right there?
Sure. I am the only family person on either side of my family, male, female, dead or alive, whatever, to ride a motorcycle. No one in my family rides except for me. I'm the only person.
So what made you get into riding?
Well, I dated a guy who had a motorcycle, and he thought, hey, women belong on the back, like a hugger or a backpack. So I'm too much of a control freak for that.
You're a tomboy.
Pretty much.
You're a tomboy.
So what it was is like when he came home, I heard his pipes and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That sounds great. It was like Vance and Hines or whatever it was on his bike that he had. So at that point in time, I was like, I want to do this. So he bought me a motorcycle, Kawasaki 750.
So you saying a person that you said, so hold on, because I want to get, so you said a man that only believed in females being on the back of motorcycles decided to say, okay, hey, in turn, I'm going to buy you a motorcycle.
Sure. Well, after some coercing, after 3 or 4 or 5 months, he decided he was going to buy me a bike. And he did. So he bought me my first bike, Kawasaki 750. And the rest is history.
So he bought you a Kawasaki. So you had no fear from the beginning.
Not necessarily that I didn't have fear. I think I did have that, but I mean, it is what it is, right? If you want something bad enough, you go out and do it.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's one thing to say I want to ride a motorcycle, but then it's another thing to get the nerve up to actually ride a motorcycle.
Okay.
So that's what I mean by that. So what I mean by that is simply saying that you had no fear of saying, okay, this may be a challenge, this may be hard.
It was a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it was something that I wasn't sure of at first. And I went to the class. I went to the class. I took my class at...
So before you bought the bike, you took the class or after?
No, I already had a bike. And he had been riding for about 25 years already. And I begged him to teach me. And the best thing that he ever did for me, honestly, was to force me to go to the class.
Yeah.
So I went to the class at Bayside Harley Davidson, which is one of a Black-owned Harley Davidson dealerships in Portsmouth, Virginia. Mm-hmm. And I sucked.
Yeah.
Sucked. Like, sucked.
You failed?
No, I didn't fail, but I wasn't good. I couldn't understand this clutch and the brake and the shifting part. So I did pass, barely. And I took what I learned there to the street because I already had a bike. Yeah. So my very first day on the street, I almost ran into a median, crashed into that. But it helped because you go where you look on a motorcycle.
All the time.
So at the very last moment, I turned my head to the right, went right. And the rest is kind of history. So I took what I learned in the class. What's amazing, though, Big Sale, is I was a student, but now I'm the teacher.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to that. But I'm saying, because what I want to do is I want to take you through the journey of, because they need to understand where you come from to understand where you are now. So you started, you had an idea, you didn't want to be a backpack.
No.
He bought you a bike, took the class, you wrecked your first day out, and you almost wrecked your first day out and continue to strive and continue to say, hey, I'm going to do this. And you went on. So when did you, so how long did it take you to become an adequate or a decent bike rider?
Honestly,
a year later, 6 months, 5 months, 3 months?
3 years.
It took you 3 years?
3 years. It took me 3 years to get up on the interstate.
Wow.
Yes. I was afraid. And to be honest with you, the interstate is the safest place that you can ride. Why is that? Because everybody is going the same way and pretty much the same speed. But in my mind, it was the speed that I was afraid of. Yeah. But at the end of the day, speed comes with time. Mm-hmm. But for me, it was just, I stayed no more for the first 3 riding seasons or 3 years, no more than 25, 30, 40 miles from my home. And it was all back roads or side streets or what have you, because I was terrified of it.
Wow.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed to say that because that's where I started. And so part of your podcast, when you started to say ride your own ride, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I did. Yeah. I rode my own ride until I was ready. So I didn't let...
You kind of rode by yourself, too, because I wouldn't nobody with 25. Little mama, we catch you at the spot, little mama.
And that's okay. You know what?
Little mama, we catch you at the spot. No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But
is she going with us? No, she all right. She good. She going to be the stay.
Right, but look where I'm at. Look where I'm at today.
So when you heard the I'd rather you be on the back, as a female, what does that do to you? I mean, because for other females out there, they've been told that too. Sure. How does that? It had to inspire you, because you decided to do it. But how does that really sound when a man say you belong on the back?
Well, because
we want to help. We want to help the men. We want to help the men out today.
Sure, we do. Well, because of my father, Mr. Wayne Bussey, my dad has always taught me from a little girl that being a woman or being a girl is just part of DNA. It has nothing to do with my abilities. No, women are not as strong as men, brute strength, but we are, in our own right, it's powerful. So when he said you need to be on the back, I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me because, again, I'm too much of a control freak for that. So it was kind of like, watch me. Yeah. I'm going to do this.
Because I imagine other women out there go through that too. They go through that same scenario, and they've been told that you don't need a bike, just ride with me.
Nah. I'm not going to ride.
Just buy me my bike and you can ride with me. It'll be our bike. Something like our bike.
Well, listen, I'm not going to discount people that want to ride on the back. I'm not going to say that they're less than, but at the end of the day, you have to find out what's best for you. Being on the back of anything is not going to work for me. I don't do second string type stuff, things.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to control my own throttle, and shout out to the women that do control their own
Oh
throttle.
no, y'all heifers ain't playing, man.
Well, because I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Y'all
Big
ladies,
Sal.
excuse me with the heifer word, the ladies, that's just me. I mean no harm by it. I don't know you. I love you. You're doing your thing. Ladies, women, females, you guys are doing your thing. So
we are. And right now, women make up about 53%. And I'm going to say this because people are like, how do you get that statistic? Because of what I do for a living, I'm able to see certain areas.
get to your percentages.
53% of women are riding motorcycles right now. 53%.
Okay, so
out of 100%.
So this
53%.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me do this.
I'm enjoying my motherfucking life. That's all I'm saying. I advise you to do the same. Do shit that make you happy.
Because if 53% of women are riding motorcycles,
yes,
90% of women own motorcycles.
Not 90%.
No.
But 53%.
I'm gonna say 85 or not, because most of these cats motorcycles is in their broad day. You understand me?
I'm enjoying my motherfucking life. That's all I'm saying. I advise you to do the same. Do shit that make you happy.
It'd be so many females in an all male bike count. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so many females bikes in an all male bike count. But anyway, that's another story for another day. So anyway, if 53% are riding, 90% own them. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, So you come from crashing into the guardrail. 3 years later, finally get on the freeway. What was that first experience like being on the freeway?
I was terrified. So they called.
And what made you? Did you just say, today I'm getting on the freeway?
No. I was out with the guy that I was dating, and he said, we're going to do this interstate thing. So we got up on the interstate in Norfolk, which is where I live, and I was terrified. I was in the right-hand lane going about 50 miles an hour, and he was looking back, like waving me forward, like, come on. And I was scared because I was just not feeling going faster than that. So we got off on the next exit, and I said, we're going to take the back roads home. He said, no, we're not. So because of him and his persistence, and, I really hate to give so much credit to a man.
So listen, y'all, listen. This is a battle. This heifer right here, this is a battle. If you ever run across this one right there, this here is a battle. And I tell all the time, it don't matter because men rule the world. We rule. Hands down, we rule. Get in line or get behind. You understand me? Anyway, I said it. I ain't taking it back. Get in line and get behind.
Nice stab.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So he finally, he made you do it.
He made me do it. And so after that.
The power of the D. The power of the D.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did. And after that, it was the same exit every day. And then farther and farther. So I went for like what I call the 10, 20, 30 rule. Mm-hmm. Every day I would do 10 miles more. Okay. Then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50 until it was 100 miles more. And I just worked on the same thing over and over again. So, people say practice makes perfect, but it doesn't. Perfect is not possible. Practice makes better. And that's where I'm at.
So practice don't make perfect. No. Practice makes better.
Practice makes better.
Okay.
Practice makes better. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 mile rule.
Now thousands.
Thousands.
Now thousands.
Thousands of miles. Thousands of miles. Thousands of miles.
So listen, man, just hearing that story alone, man, it really takes me and puts me in another zone with who you are and where you come from. And once you got that down, did that give you more liberation as a woman?
Absolutely, it did. Yeah. Because my first ride, listen, I'm only a long distance rider. That's all I do. Yeah. I don't start my bike at home to go. I don't do bike night. I don't go to too many things. Not because I don't want to or whatever. It's just, to me, the liberation of being on the road in a cross country tour is what drives me.
That's the only reason to ride a bike.
Not the only reason to ride a bike, but it's like my painkiller. It's like my stabilizer. Is what drives me, right?
Yeah.
Because listen, everybody is going to decide what type of rider are you? Do you want to just be a commuter? Do you
Yeah.
want to ride to work every day? Do you just want to go to the mother-in-law's house on Sunday? You decide what type of mileage bully you are. That's really what a mileage bully really represents at the end of the day. So I've decided that I'm a cross-country tour. I'm a long-distance rider because it's what I do. But I don't knock people in the bike world. Listen, you've heard it. You don't ride. Oh, man, y'all don't pound. Y'all are trailer people. You are this, you're that. But at the end of the day, only you can decide.
Trailers are for boats. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just.
So you decide what type of rider you are. I mean, we've seen the guys who go to the parking lots at shopping centers and they got their bikes on the trailer and they pull them off and they ride to the event. We've seen that, right?
So
I don't knock them guys either. It's just
I do.
I don't really knock them because
I do. Yeah. I mean, that's just
why
me,
is that though?
Well, and we're gonna get into that
Okay.
discussion because we started a discussion yesterday on the phone, which was awesome.
We did,
but we're gonna finish that today. But what I'm saying is this, and I agree. I love the long distance riding. I do. I ride locally from time to every once in a while. I get an itch to go out ride
Sure.
to the store or something. But for the most part, when I start my bike up, it's time to go somewhere.
yes.
The other part of that is mileage. I mean, maintenance.
True.
If I'm gonna spend, if it's gonna cost me the same amount of money to go back and forth to the store than to go to the West Coast. So, that part right there. Plus, a lot of things happen when you're in the city as opposed to being on the highway. So I got you on that.
Sure.
I can understand that. So you went from riding, getting comfortable with the bike to now you're doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
What made you say, okay, what was phase 2? Because that was phase 1. So what's phase 2? As far as to starting your academy and as far as wanting to be an instructor, what made you feel like you were qualified to be an instructor? So, and let me say this too, because for y'all that don't know, she is a certified MSF motorcycle instructor. She can teach you, give you your license. She can say, give him a license, or no, don't give him a license.
Correct.
Yeah, no, yeah. So that is, she is certified in all 58 states, 92 states, 38 states.
In the entire United States.
In
I
the
am
entire-
a nationally certified MSF motorcycle safety instructor.
Wow.
Yes.
Congrats. Let me get that's a round of applause right there. National. Yeah.
Nationally.
So do they have locally or is it national the higher?
No, it's nationally certified. MSF certifies you nationally. So if you become an instructor in Georgia, which you and I, we've talked about this a couple of times, I would love to see you get certified. You get certified as an instructor. If you decide tomorrow that you want to leave Georgia and move to California, you will be certified as an instructor there. Okay,
there it is. There. So y'all, that was my surprise. So we working on that part. But we gonna, because I just want to have the titles and to have the knowledge and the expertise. So what made you say, okay, I've been riding, now it's time to start teaching?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna say this, and I hate to. I always admit it. So in 2015, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I was at a cycle gear, and I looked across the street, and there was a class going on, and there was a black man and a white guy teaching. They were. I didn't know they were teaching at the time, so they were out on the range, and so I walked over and looked, and so I went to the black guy when there was a break, and I said, "So, what's going on here?" Now, in my mind, I'm thinking like he must be maybe observing, maybe he's the help or something like that. And so he said, "No, I'm an instructor." I was like, "Instructing like what?" He said, "I'm teaching a class here." And I'm like, "Wow." So
you took a class, or why was that
correct,
amazing?
But I had two old.
You're just saying by him being black, that fascinated, that intrigued you.
It did,
okay.
Right? Because in our world, until we see someone doing something that looks like us, representation matters, right?
Okay.
You think that's true?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
right?
Yeah, whatever I want to do.
When you see, well, okay, so when I was growing up, we're in the same age range, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, when kids in our age range were little, we didn't see a black president, correct? Okay. So we had nothing to structure being a black president after.
Okay.
But now, because we've seen Obama be a black president, we're like, okay, kids are now that are 5 and 6 years old. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be the president of the United States because you've seen someone else.
Okay.
Right? So when I saw another black person doing it, it made it attainable for me.
Okay.
All right, so because my instructors were two older white men in their late 60s that were retired, that were moonlighting. So I went back to Virginia. I found out how to become an instructor. I sought it out in 2016, April 24th, 2016, I became an instructor.
Wow.
And I was one of two Black women in the state of Virginia to become an instructor.
In the whole state.
In the entire state.
Wow.
Of Virginia. So now, because I'm so, what's the word I want to use? I want to say like visual. There are now 17 women in the state of Virginia that are instructors.
Wow.
Because I model it, I put it on, I'm everywhere.
Push the agenda. Black power.
Is that, well, that.
You push the agenda. No, I mean, you make it noticeable. So
yeah, I
by
want
making
it to be noticeable.
Yeah.
I want it to
make
be
it noticeable, it made it attainable for
Absolutely.
A lot of Okay, I got you.
Absolutely. For not only Black women, Black men as well.
Yeah.
So 2 more Black men after I became an instructor became an instructor because I knew who they were and they said, I want to do this too. So,
each one teach one. Do your
100%.
thing. Do your thing, sister. Each one
thing.
did. Do your thing,
Girl,
sister.
you're a Black girl. Yes.
So seeing that, man, that just set it off. So
yes.
From there, being an instructor, because you still have so much more to go in your journey.
I do.
So from being an instructor, so let me ask you this. Your very first class, was it a private class? Were you working for somebody, maybe Harley Davidson or Kawasaki or who?
I was working for Harley Davidson. I did my
So
very
you go down there to get your job, like, who the boss? Yeah, I'm an instructor. You know what I'm saying?
My very first class was May 7th, 2016. 2 weeks or 3 weeks after I graduated.
Oh, you wasn't playing, huh?
Well, I wasn't ready. You're never really ready. So when I went out there and being an instructor, you got to know where the cones go. They're these small little cones, orange and green.
Yeah.
You have to know where they go. You have to know the exercises, the path of travel. And I wasn't ready for it. But luckily, there was another instructor that was there, and he was babysitting me and the 12 students. So it was a learning experience. I went to the car after the class, and I cried like a baby. Like,
wow,
I suck so bad. So that's kind of how it is after coming out of being an instructor, because you're still new. Because when you're going through the training, even though the rider coach trainer gives you everything that you need, some of the exercises you're not running all on your own, they're split. So I wasn't good. It took me about a year to become proficient to where I'm at today. So, but today, I can throw the cone out.
But I'm just saying, so you were graduating students and you wasn't all the way?
No.
Wow.
No.
You wasn't graduating students?
I was graduating students. I could sign off on a license, but it was more, the other instructor was my...
So you still had a babysitter for a year?
I was being babysit for a year until I got good.
Okay.
To where I'm at today. Well, today I'm the master.
Yeah.
I'm the
I could just throw the cones in
there.
Well,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Believe me, if you go through the process, you'll understand it better.
Yeah.
But, so that's like being a surgeon. I don't think nobody's going to let you do open heart surgery like out the gate. You got to kind of do a process.
I've not professionally done open heart surgery.
Well, you got to
a couple of cats, but
you got to do a minute. It's not like CPR.
We're going to talk about that later on off the air. You understand? We'll talk about that open heart surgery off the air that I, had to perform.
No. You can graduate from medical school tomorrow. Nobody's going to want you to operate on them. Right off the top. Yeah. It takes experience and just taking a look and internship.
Yeah,
so
man. Yeah.
That's kind of where I was at.
So now you go from from 1 year of complete catastrophe to getting it together, and now you are at the level you are now. Like you say, you're a master now.
Well,
so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was it fun from the beginning, and is it still fun?
It wasn't fun in the beginning because it was stressful in running the exercises. It was stressful in getting students to where they need to go and so forth. But now it's fun. It was fun then, but it was fun, and then it was stressful. It was rewarding. Now, there's not a moment that the alarm clock goes off, that I don't go to work and love what I do.
Yeah.
Because I give people their motorcycle endorsement. I am able to do that at my school. Not just at my school. I mean, I've been doing it for 6 years. I can sign off, but it's rewarding just to be able to do that.
So they don't have to finish with you, then go to the DMV?
Nope. Any school that you go to, which I'm a motorcycle safety, my school is endorsed by the state of Virginia. I'm certified there. When you leave my school, you go to the DMV with a certificate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I thought you said you could do that. No.
Yeah. You have to go to the DMV to get the
added to your license.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's it. So I do that, but I love it. It's challenging.
Yeah.
Because you have adults, people that are over 18, and you have to tell things to more than once.
Yeah.
3 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
Is motorcycling for everybody? Do you think so?
No, I don't think it's for everybody. I think motorcycling is for the brave at heart. I mean, because it takes bravery. It really does take bravery to be out there.
How so?
What I'm saying is, if you ever looked around, like I've been in the middle of traffic, and I'm sitting in the middle of traffic, and it's an 18-wheeler, it's a 18-wheeler on this side, 18-wheeler, the car behind me, and I'm just little old me sitting there, and I'm surrounded by all this big machinery, and I'm saying, you know, you got to be kind of like borderline crazy, because you know what I'm saying, me. And then I've been, and also been, you know, riding and an 18-wheeler or somebody in a car, and you just, you know, sometimes you get those when you're on those long journeys, you get that thought in your head, like, man, if this dude come over on me and I can't, you know, it makes you. Sometimes you get into that I'm gonna lose situation. If this happens, I'm gonna lose because I don't have the protection like a car would have or a truck would have, you know. So that's what I mean by it. But like I said, that's why I said it's for the brave at heart.
Okay, it is. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I know you're the interviewer and we're on the podcast, but I have a question for you. So you have children.
Mm-hmm.
What is your thought on it as a parent when your children say, "Dad, I want to ride"?
I'm the kind of parent, though, that if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I would never. I mean, I've always been that way, you know. And my parents were brought up in the older generation. Were like, "No, you're not going to do that." You know, riding motorcycles is dangerous. So, but that was what they were taught, and that's just who they are. You know, it's not now. You know, they say, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to California." Okay, son, be safe. You know, blah, blah, call me if you need me. But it took them a while to get to that. You know, because again, they were against. Like my dad told me his story. He went and bought a motorcycle because it was a cool thing to do back in the day. I think he said he had a nice little Honda, and I remember it being in the garage as a kid. He said one day on his way home, he ended up in the bushes with his pants tore all the way ripped up from the shoe. He couldn't find one shoe, and he said he brought it home, put it in the garage, and that was it until my uncle bought it from me. But I mean, again, I'm the kind of parent that my kids can do whatever they want to do. I mean, you know, I have no, in this life, growing up doing stuff, I have no restrictions and no limitations on anybody. I think if you really want to, my biggest question is when people call me and say, "Hey, Sel, man, I want to ride." Why? Why do you want to ride? Why do you want to ride? And that way, so my thing of it is because it takes passion to get out here and accurately, navigate these highways and byways. So if you riding just to be cool or you riding because everybody else riding, then I would tell you, nah, this ain't for you. But if you say, man, I think I'm ready to ride. I love it. I think I want to be a part of this culture. And I think I just love the freedom. Because see, for me, like you said, riding is everything for me.
Yes.
It handles, it fixes all of my situation. It handles all our problems. It allows me to connect with God. And then just seeing a lot of just different places, but the same thing.
Sure.
Because we think where we live at, we the only ones doing that. Oh man, ain't nobody doing it like we doing it. Then you pull up in Tupelo, Mississippi, and they doing the same thing you doing.
Correct.
You get to the gas station. I mean, and I'm gonna say this too. Before I started riding, I used to think people look different in other states. Like, they gonna be country when I get there. And we all have our own style from the East Coast to the West Coast, down south, the whole 9 yards. But we all look the same.
We do.
Yeah.
I wrote an article not long ago. It's called Black Like Me. And I said in the article, when I was in there were moments. This is my fourth cross country tour. When you're in Idaho, Nebraska, South Dakota, there are some people that you're not going to see. We're like chocolate drip,
Yeah.
right? You've been out there. You've done cross country several times yourself, many times yourself. You know, you're not going to see people that look like Big Sal. You're not going to see Shaquilas. You're going to see white folks, Mexican,
But that's
Chinese.
the one thing, though. But listen,
the greatest thing. But I'm not. My point is, I don't really care if I see Big Sales and Shaquilas. All I want to do is be treated.
But motorcycling has its own language, and it has its own nationality per se.
That's the point that I'm getting to.
Yeah, motorcycling has its own nationality. And
You've been at a gas station, right?
Yeah.
You're on your bike, and you look over there, and you see the countryest white guy that you have ever like. This dude is hee-haw all the way.
No, I'm gonna tell you where I've been, and I saw the most amazing shit ever.
Okay.
Sturgis.
I've been there.
I went to Sturgis for the 80th. We went my whole chapter. Shout out to FHO, the baddest motorcycle club, not to be a motorcycle club in existence today. You know, FHO is not a motorcycle club, but it's the baddest motorcycle club that's not a motorcycle club in existence today. Anyway, so we went to Sturgis, man, and when I tell you, because I'm so used to being around us.
Sure.
We got the best of everything. We got the new motorcycles. We got the best. We got the music. We got the handlebars.
Is that only us? When you say us, as in black folks?
Us as in black folks.
We have the best of everything.
And when it comes to motorcycling, we want our shit to be nice.
Fair enough.
Period.
Fair enough. Okay.
So I was down in what I just said, Sturgis for the 80th. And it was a white guy. He was on a milk crate with a motor, looked like straws for handlebars. One wheel was square, the other wheel was round.
What?
The seat may have been like a tie, with them stove mitts or whatever. And it really messed me up because you couldn't tell him nothing about that bike. And I'm saying, bro, I know you're not riding that shit. Like, bro, how you doing, bro? This conversation. Bro, how you doing? Oh, man, that's a beautiful bike, man. I say, so I'm trying to find, to be cordial, or I'm like, oh, okay, I see you doing your thing. You're like, man, I know it's a piece of shit, but it's mine. I love it. I made it all the way here, brother. I made it all the way here. He was excited. Wherever he came from was like 600 or 700 miles. And I couldn't believe he rode this shit 600 or 700 miles, but he was so happy about it. And he didn't give a damn what you thought about his motorcycle.
Sure.
And that gave me a different outlook, man. It changed. It really, to be honest, it really made me apologize to any and everybody that I've ever ragged, about their motorcycle, or whoever, anybody that I ever thought that my motorcycle was better than theirs or whatever, because you couldn't tell this dude nothing. And he said, I know it's a piece of shit, man, but it made it all the way here, and I'm here. And I mean, his level of happiness,
sure,
and his level of what do you call that? When you happy about your shit, his level of that was just so high that it fucked me up. I mean, it really did. And after that, I was like, okay. So then I just started seeing bikes as what they were, bikes. I mean, it's still HD and nothing on mine, but unfortunately, you wouldn't hear anything about that. But anyway, anyway, Indian.
I don't even hear no more.
But anyway, so again, I learned that lesson in Sturgis. I learned that.
Okay.
So that was cool.
So let me ask you a question. Is riding? I wrote an article. Is riding religion?
Yes, it has its own.
Tell me about it in your version.
Wait.
Riding is religion.
This is about you.
I mean, listen. I can understand it's about me, but I'm just saying. I wrote the article. Is riding religion for you?
It is. It has its
How
own
so?
Because it has its own rules. It has its own rule book. Just like the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Absolutely.
Riding has its own rule book. It has its own instructions. It has its own do's and don'ts. It has its 10 commandments. It has all of these different things in it. What? It does. So it is a form of religion.
It is religion.
Yeah. So it has all of the things, and that's what I say. There's two things about riding, and I can understand why the cross country for you? Because it's the same way with me. I understand why not the local. I tell people all the time, there's two things that's going to happen when you take your first journey, not your first ride. That's the difference. Your first journey.
What's the difference between a ride and a
A
journey?
ride is something you do every day. A journey is something you prepare for. Something that's going to challenge you. Something that is gonna it's unfamiliar territory.
Okay.
A ride is something. Okay, I'm going here. I'm going there. I know I'm familiar with everything. When you take your first journey on your motorcycle, and I don't care if you with 18 other people that already done it. For you, it's your first journey. Sure. When you take your first journey, it's two things that are going to happen. One or two things. Either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. That's it. That's all. When you get out there, and what we call journey now is yonder. When you get out there and get yonder, either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. And it's going to change your perception of motorcycling.
Agreed.
Once you get out there and you take your first journey, then, like you said, the local bike nights and all that stuff is no longer attractive to you because you're trying to prepare for your next journey. You're trying to prepare for your next, cross country, 5 states. I'm going 3 days. I mean, you start doing dumb stuff like we used to do. Go to Maine for lunch. I mean, what's today? Friday? Hey, man, what y'all do, man? Let's go get some lunch. I heard Maine got lobster on sale. Maine is lobster.
Right.
So we ride to Maine for, just for lunch and come on back. I mean, you start doing different things like that. So when people say, "So you going to bike night?" Bike night, man, we leaving Thursday, going to so and so. Yeah, so
correct.
And again, it's like you said, and I have to get this disclaimer: it's no disrespect to the local jokers because we need y'all too. You feel me? But for some of us, the local scene, when you do see us, you really ought to be happy that we supported and showed up and showed you some love because, again, I save all my effort, my time, and my energy. I save it for the highway.
That's what I do. I'm the same.
Yeah.
I do. And I support back home. I support. I do some bike nights, but it's just not what's in my soul. I did that in the beginning of my career, my riding career. But right now, yonder is what I do. And that's all I do.
Okay, so we got the riding academy. I mean,
yes.
you start being an instructor. Being an instructor. You go from being an instructor to I wanna, because you bossy anyway. So now you go from being a worker to now you want to be the boss. Mm-hmm. How did that? I mean, you had to go back and forth with yourself about that. I mean, because you got to be the first Black female or even Black person to own an instructor school.
I am.
In the nation or just in Virginia?
Well, there is one guy. His name's Chris Perry. He lives in Missouri. He's an owner. I am the only African-American female in the entire country, actually in the nation. And if there was someone different in the nation, then they would step forward because I'm really vocal. But I'm the only Black female in the nation that owns a motorcycle academy. Moto Mob is owned by me, funded by me, with exception of donations and stuff like that. But I have 25 motorcycles.
Matter of fact, let me show them these motorcycles, man. Let me show y'all these motorcycles, man.
Yes.
Yeah, let me show y'all these motorcycles.
I have 25 motorcycles that I own, titled to me and titled to the Moto Mob. And that was my first class that I ever taught.
Which was what?
That one right there.
Hold on, let me see something. We want to share the screen.
First class that I ever taught.
Share the screen. We got to share the screen.
First class.
There it is. So this is her page, everybody. Moto Mob
Riding Academy. Yes, please go on there and like it, share it. But that's the first class that I ever taught under my license.
This one right here, this picture right here?
Yes, my first class.
That's the one that you did bad at? That's the
No. That's the first class that I
that you taught at your own business, at your business. Okay.
Yes. So I have 25 bikes.
Hold on, let me pull that video up.
That I own. 25. Like, Who in the country? Who do you know has 25 bikes? 25. 25.
And we don't care nothing about
Well,
that.
yes, you do.
No,
Don't act like you don't care.
Okay, let me look at
Let me
this.
see.
This is how legends are made.
I'm trying to fuck around and get my shit copyright restricted. Anyway, so what is this right here? What are we looking at?
Well, that's when we start exercise number 2, when they're pushing their bikes out, and they're pushing them out to.
And you own all of those bikes?
I do. Well, that very first one I don't, because that guy's on his on one, but the rest of the ones that are behind him, every one of those bikes are mine, baby.
Good Lord have mercy, man. Round of applause.
Well, that's probably only 9, but I have 20 more,
yeah.
23 more. So I'm proud of that.
So when it comes to buying a motorcycle, does it have to be a certain CC?
Yes. For MSF standards, Motorcycle Safety Foundation standards, it can only be 125 to 500 cc.
125 to 500?
Yes, for the program. If you want to bring your own bike and you got a Gixxer 1000, you can bring it.
Yeah.
But
you can only teach on a 125
to 500.
Okay.
For the program. That's a good photo right there. Wow, that's a good choice that you picked.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I mean, I know what I'm doing, man. I lean, man. What I do, man.
This ain't your first time?
See, you thought this old Rudy Poo. See, you thought like everybody else. I got a little Rudy Poo studio. You feel me? I understand.
No, this is dope in here. Hey, but man, yeah, that's a good photo that you picked.
Let me see something.
Yeah, that is my very first.
Let me see that. Let's look at that.
That's one of the exercises that they're running.
Uh-huh.
And that's called, that's the peanut, what we call it. And that exercise right there is what really turns bikers into riders, because the timid, they all of a sudden just get bold because it builds up their confidence so much. We run it at about 15 to 20 miles an hour in the straightaway. We want you to speed up, and then we want you to slow down. So that's one of my favorite exercises to run. And you know, the great thing about Big Sale, about being on the road, is right now, I can be on the road for 2 or 3 weeks.
We ain't got there yet. Calm down. We got.
I don't want to be calm.
Yeah, I'm just saying we ain't got.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite exercises that they run right there. It's the peanut, and
peanut. Okay, the peanut. I done messed up. Hold on, put the Facebook back up. The peanut. All right, y'all. All right, so anyway, that is her website. You can go there and check it out and make sure you tune into that. Now, so 25 bikes later, how many instructors you got working for you now?
I just graduated. Not I graduated, but the rider coach trainer certified 5.
So you got 5 instructors that
work for the Moto Mob.
So now you're a boss of 25 motorcycles and 5 people and 5 instructors.
Correct.
5 employees. Look at you, little mama, doing your thing. Look at little mama doing her thing. So now your next goal is to become a rider coach.
Rider coach trainer.
Rider coach trainer.
Yes.
You're already a rider coach now.
Correct.
Okay, and what's the steps on that?
Well, there's a MSF offers a rider coach trainer prep. It's in California. It's only for about 25 to 30 days. So that's my next goal. Okay. So I can train my own staff. So if you wanted to become a rider coach, then I could certify you.
Wow.
So that's my next goal.
Are you hard on your coaches? Do you?
Not really. I'm very easy to work for. All I require is to teach in the spirit that I teach in. Yeah. And they do. I handpicked every one of my coaches. Yeah. I had a lot of applications, quite a few. And probably about 20, and I narrowed it to 5. And the 5 that I have are
that's cool.
So solid. I got another black female. She was with K9MC. Shout out to K9MC. Dory.
First off, can't nobody from K9 teach me nothing. Nothing. You understand me?
So she is a sweetheart.
What up, Dory? Congratulations, little lady.
Yes, Danielle Flag.
Congratulations, Miss Danielle Flag, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to K9 too, man, for even having members that courageous. You understand me?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Say that.
Hey, so listen, man. We're gonna talk about Tampa real quick, and we're gonna come right back, y'all. So listen, man. Let me change this background. Where's it at? The Tampa Jamboree. Boom. So listen, I gave you guys a brief summary this morning of the Tampa Jamboree, May 23rd through the 29th. It's going down 6 days of fun. Every day is going to be fun. We are kicking it off with Tuesday night. We're still working on Tuesday. I think we just got Wednesday narrowed down. Me and my man Top got Wednesday narrowed down. Thursday we got narrowed down. Still trying to debate on Friday, but we got major entertainment for you guys on Friday. Saturday is blown out the window. You seen my man Big Punch. Tell you the matter of fact, for those that let me show y'all. Let me show y'all who we got coming, man, and what we got going on, man. Let me share the screen real quick. Share. Let me share this screen so you guys can see this. Bam, bam, bam. Share. Okay. Let me show y'all this real quick. Where is it at? My partner. Oh, my partner. Hold on. Hey, man, don't forget. No limit. I'll be right back to them. But let me show y'all this real quick. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Should be right about here. You go right here. Let me show you. Let me see what my partner got to say. Hold on.
Jamboree 2023, man. I hope you niggas come, but we gonna be there early. We partying like a motherfucker, right?
You got any rules for the bike show yet? Or you just gonna make them up later?
Nah, man. You should better be clean, man. Shit, front wheel better match the back wheel. Back wheel better match the front. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jamboree 2023, man. I hope you niggas come, but we gonna be there early. We partying like a motherfucker, right?
You got any rules for the bike show yet? Or you just gonna make them up later?
Nah, man. You should better be clean, man. Shit, front wheel better match the back wheel. Back wheel better match the front. You know what I'm saying?
So that's my man, Big Puncher from the world
Jamboree
famous candy shop,
2023,
man. From the world famous candy shop. He will be judging the bike show. That's Saturday. He'll be judging the bike show that Saturday. He'll be in the building the whole week, man, coming to hang out. Listen, man, we aren't playing no games this year. We have a 3-day worth of performance lineup. Thursday performances, Friday performances, and Saturday night performances. And it's going down. We're going to announce all of the performances. Tickets are on sale right now for $150 at Eventbrite. Grab your tickets while you can for the $150. January the 1st, 12:01 a.m. All tickets go back to $200. All tickets this year will be purchased on Eventbrite. We got about 6 hotels or 7 hotels that we've already released. Go to my Facebook page. If you don't have my Facebook page, inbox me 424-242-2355, and I'll send you the hotels that we already have. We're only doing about 8 hotels this year. All the hotels will be available, but we're only doing 8. We're only going to be responsible for 8 this year. A lot of people are booking Airbnbs. That's to your own discretion as well. But listen, and I want to say this because I want to iterate this. The Tampa Jamboree is not your average bike set event. I want to say that because a lot of people are, trying to compare it to other events, i.e. the Woo Wop, i.e. the Woo Wop, and i.e. the Woo Wop. The Tampa Jamboree is an event that me and my man Sarge, me and my man Top, I'm tripping. Me and my man Top want you to be able to come to and have a good time. I mean, really on some adult grown folks type stuff, to come enjoy the city. The city is wide open to you. My man Top has worked every day since the last Jamboree. He hasn't had a break yet. Putting the Jamboree together, back and forth, meeting different dignitaries and everything else that's involved with it to make sure that everything is on point and that everything is what it is. Hold on, matter of fact, let me see if I can get him on the phone. I know you're gonna be like, man, you call me on court. But the Tampa Jamboree is different, man. Come hang out in the city all day. Come party with us.
1, 3.
He didn't answer. Let me see if I busy. All right, y'all. We'll try to catch them at another time. But anyway, it's a beautiful event. The city is open. They're ready for you. They're ready to show you respect. They're ready to show your motorcycle some respect and love, and it's just real cool. So make sure you come on out, get your tickets. Tampa Jamboree, man, it's going down, so don't miss it. All right, you guys, we are back to the mileage bully. Where did the name come from, mileage bully?
It came from God. He literally, like, I was on the road headed to Nova Scotia in 2015, 16. And my sister, or good friend Kiva, was like, something about the border we were about to cross. And I was like, man, we just like freaking border bullies. And then that night in the hotel, across the border.
Y'all heard her just throwing in. I was going to wait for she finished, but she take it too long. Oh, we were just on a ride to Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, that was easy. So
you see what I'm saying? Where spell it then, if it was easy.
N-O-V-A.
N-O-V Scotia.
I rode to Canada. That was my first time across the border, and it just kind of came into my spirit, kind of like the Moto Mob.
And so listen, y'all. She did all of this on a Busa.
Yes.
She did. This is your first journey on an actual bagger, huh?
Correct. Ever.
This
is my fourth bike that I'm taking across the California state line.
Yeah.
So I've taken a CBR, 2005 CBR, a 2008 Busa, 2013, and then this 2016 Road Glide is pending across the California border.
What do you mean pending?
Pending. I mean, got there yet. I'm in Atlanta right now. I still got 3,000 miles to go.
Yeah.
Pending. So this is a totally different style of bike, type of bike, and it's not my bike. This is not my Harley that I'm on. This is one of my staff coach's bikes that he's like, hey, sis, do what you do. So I'm slinging his Road Glide around. Totally different.
It's slinging you around. You ain't slinging it around.
No. I'm different.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a big bike.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. Highway pegs, nice, a cruise control. It's like, it's like kind of being on a couch.
Yeah.
The only thing about it is like it gets hot in traffic. Like if I have to sit there, and I've only been in that one time. So if I may ask you, because I'm not really sure about traffic, you've been around, where's probably from here should I expect my traffic?
Let's see. From here, you should expect traffic.
I'm going to Jacksonville from here.
I know. So from here, you should expect traffic from here all the way to California.
Like stop and go?
It all depends. You got to understand this. And you're on the 10. So on the 10, you got a lot of more open highway, and you have a lot of less cities. So you got to always remember between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. or 5 to 9 a.m. everywhere. I don't care where you are. And then from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. wherever you are, it's going to be traffic.
Sure.
That's no matter, unless you're in the desert somewhere, in between those. It's like when you get on the other side of Dallas on 10, when you go through Dallas, not Dallas, I'm sorry.
I was going to say where?
No, I'm sorry.
Touch Dallas.
When you go through, I'm thinking about when you get past Houston, El Paso is, especially El Paso, because that's where everything comes into. But in between Houston and El Paso, it's basically going to be free reign.
Okay. I've been through both, but I've never done.
It's going to be free reign. It's kind of why, because it's not that many cities in between there. And you got to be careful too with your gas stops in between there too. So, because like sometimes I ride at certain spots. I know 20 like the back of my hand.
Same.
Where we might could do 205 miles, instead of doing 165 or 170, I might push the whole 25 because I know it's a gas. But on 10, I don't play the radio on 10. If I'm at a quarter of a tank or damn near half, I'm filling up on that 10, because that 10, and I forgot. And Sarge know where it is. I know it, but he knows it. It's when you come out of El Paso, San Antonio. When you come out of San Antonio, in between San Antonio and whatever that is.
Well, from San Antonio on 10, the next city is going to be, the big city is going to be Houston.
Nah.
Yeah, it is. You're on 10.
Houston is before San Antonio.
Well, depending on what direction.
Coming this way, going from California.
Going to California.
Yeah, Houston is before San Antonio.
It's Houston, San Antonio.
After San
then
Antonio.
El Paso.
So between but I'm just saying, I forgot the city after San Antonio. Anyway, when you get gas in San Antonio, the next gas station you see coming out of San Antonio, you better get gas.
Well, I don't remember because I've not been going.
I forgot what it's called. I can call Sarge.
I haven't been going. Yeah. Call Sarge.
I can see if he'll call.
I haven't been going that direction before. I've only been going from El Paso, Las Cruces, Mexico, then El Paso, then San Antonio, then Houston. I've not been going west.
See, I like 20. If I go to California, I love 20. I don't care about the 40.
I've never gone on 20.
I don't care about 10. You can have all that. You can have the 10. You can have 40, 80, 90. You can have them all. Give me 20 to the 10, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, I've never been on 20 that far. I've been on 40, and I have been on 10, but not headed west either direction.
So I've done 10 to the end on both ways, 20 to the end. I've done 80 to the end. I've done 90 to the end. I did 80 all the way out of Pittsburgh on the other side of Cleveland, whatever that is on the other side of Pittsburgh. I got on, so I was going to Oakland. Matter of fact, I was going to Oakland.
Was it 80 or 90?
It was 80.
80.
I think it's 80 that goes all the way.
Okay.
I think 80 is longer than 90. I think 90 is shorter than 80. But anyway, I was coming out. I was up there. Van Horn. That's what Steven says. Van Horn or Stockton.
Okay, Stockton.
It's either Stockton. When you come out of San Antonio, Stockton that's all on 20. Van Horn is on 20. Van Horn may be on 10, but on the other side.
In California?
No. We're talking about Texas.
Okay.
It's a city when you come out of, and I got to call Sarge. We're calling me off air. When you come out of San Antonio, that next city is it Sonora? Anyway, stop at the gas station. I don't get, because you're going to go about 80 miles. You may even do 100 miles. And this city gonna pop up. Stop at the gas station. I don't give a damn what you say, because after that gas station, the next gas station is probably like another 100 and something miles. It's totally desolate. But anyway, that's that. But I was just saying that before I got sidetracked on that, I was saying. I was saying I don't like. So anyway, I was telling you about 80 left. I was outside of Pittsburgh, past Pittsburgh. And I was going to Oakland. And when I hit my navigation, it fucked me up. When I hit my navigation, it said, you're going 2,587 miles. If what it said is, turn left and go 2,500. I said,
where were you going?
To Oakland. I was in Pittsburgh, on the other side of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania somewhere. I was up that way. But I'm just saying, when it said that, I said, wait, ain't no, normally, you give me 600 miles, go 500 miles, but turn left and go 2,000 miles. I said, I might well go turn you off there, player. Ain't no need.
No, you don't need that.
I don't even.
No.
You telling me to get over here and go straight. And
I've never been on 80. So
80 took me right into Hayward, California, I want to say Hayward, Fresno, whatever. Not Fresno, but it took me right in Oakland. It took me straight. 80 takes you from this side of the world to that side of the world. And that one of the mornings that I got up, I think I might have been in, I want to say Wyoming. I don't know exactly where I was. Can't remember that right now. And that was the first time that I had ever saw those signs where they were shutting down freeway. The bridges come across the freeway.
Sure.
And they shut the freeway down. And I'm literally, it was a foggy morning. It was real. I'm talking about the fog was super thick. And again, I don't know that I'm not supposed to be riding. I'm people holler, hey, get out the road. And I'm just, and as I'm passing up, the police officers, they're closing the gates. They're closing the gates behind me.
Okay, so tell me why were the gates being closed?
Because they were shutting down the highway because it was too foggy. So they were, they got the little flashing lights, and they were actually, the gates come across the highway, and they shut down the highway.
Really?
Yeah.
And where was this?
On 80. Shit, I don't know. I think I was in Wyoming or wherever the fuck I was at. I don't know. I got to go back and look at the map.
So like 6 in the morning time?
Yeah, it was early in the morning, but it was foggy from the time I left. Because even the people at the hotel were like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Where I'm going? I'm finna get on my bike." It's like it's foggy outside. I'm like, and you know, and I had never been in that type of fog before. I'm talking about it was a fog you could literally grab like a snow cone and just it was foggy like that. You literally can grab the fog and it was holding in your hand type of stuff. But again, I didn't know that I was not supposed to be riding, and I just knew to ride safe, take your time, and it was maybe foggy from probably about I would say from 5 a.m. to probably about 11 when it kind of lifted, and as it lifted as it lifted and whatever. So, but that was.
Were you by yourself?
All by myself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All by myself.
Well, listen, here's some things that, as far as touring, and I know you've done your thing. How many times, I'm not sure of your exact history. I bought your book. Great read, by the way.
Thank you.
Out here touring, I tour pretty much strictly by myself. One of the biggest things for me out here by myself, or advice that I would give, people say, "Hey, I want to ride with you," or "I want to catch some miles." I'm fine with catching miles, but when I'm by myself, it's kind of like a different type of movement.
It is. It's always a better ride by yourself.
And people I don't get it. Like, I need someone. I don't need someone. I mean, it's now and then. Like on my last tour, I had.
So tell them where you're going though. You're on. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she's here now today. Yeah. This is one of her stops. You left when?
I left Wednesday. I think
from where?
From Franklin, Virginia is where I live.
Franklin, Virginia. Left Wednesday. And what are you doing? You're on your tour. Where are you going?
So I went to my mom and dad's house in North Carolina. Then from there I went to Georgia. Well, I'm in Georgia to my granddad's house in Lincolnton. So now here's a stop here again with family in College Park. Of course, coming out to see Big Sale, of course. To see you, hang out with you, talk to you. And then from here, tomorrow I'm going to Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And then from Jax, I'm going to do 10
from end to end.
Yes, to end. Many times on 10, but never from
one end to the next.
One end to the other.
So you've never seen a sign that says "in the freeway"?
Not on 10.
Yes.
No. So I've started it already because my last tour I rode from LA but I got off the 10 because you know where it splits, where you can go
12,
20?
12,
no,
or 10. Yeah, that's at Van Horn.
So
right, that's at Van Horn. And went to 20.
Do I want to go to Dallas? So I split and went
20
to actually I went to San Antonio.
Okay.
So I never really rode it to the end because the end would be
Jacksonville. But now you're starting on Jacksonville.
So this is my first
Santa
time
Monica,
doing
California.
That.
Yeah.
Yes, which is, you said in LA, correct?
That's LA.
So I'm going to LA, and then from there I'm going on to Utah, to the Salt Flats.
Yeah.
Well, and the only reason I'm going to the Salt Flats is because I bought a trial to run my Busa on the Salt Flats. Well, my Busa's at the house in the garage. So I'm going to do it. I'm not going to run this Harley on it, but I just want to see it. It's like a bucket list item. So
you bought a spot to run your on Busa.
Yes. So I'm forgo that. I'm just gonna go and get my little picture and just sightsee or whatever. But I'm gonna Utah and then I'm gonna come back.
And all of this by yourself?
Alone. Packing. We were talking about this the other day, right? What did I pack? People are like, what you got in your bags? I have a lot of cold weather gear. I have a ton of hoodies, fleece tights, fleece gloves.
Do you buy your underwear on the road? Or
sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But when I leave home, it's like 3 bras, 4 bras, 4 whatever. Yeah. If you're not ready to wash your underwear out in the sink and hang it over the shower, touring probably ain't for you.
I did a video where I was in the tub washing my shit while I was taking it.
See, I've never seen that, but see, there you go. True ground pounders, we know. If you're not ready to wash, I have these little sud packs. Mm-hmm. They're called soft suds. I buy them from Amazon. They come 100 in a pack for like $60. I buy them and you just open them. I put them in the sink, and hang your underwear over, or you throw them out and then you go to Walmart or Dollar Tree and buy some more. Dollar General, whatever, and buy some more. So if you're not ready to do stuff like that, cross country might not be for you.
Yeah. But you're not just doing no cross. You on some see, you making it like you just on some regular cross. You on some epic type shit though. So
I don't know if the word is epic.
It's epic.
This is just kind of what I do.
It's epic. I'm telling you. You're on a vacation. See, and I tell everybody, it's a difference. it's a difference between a motorcycle run and a motorcycle vacation. When you're on vacation, I have no time limit. I have no destination. I have no mileage requirements. I'm just gonna ride till if somebody mentioned a restaurant, oh, okay, let me go check out that restaurant. Oh, let me go check out this monument.
Facts.
So it's a anytime. So ladies and gentlemen, because I know y'all are probably gonna be like, what's the difference? Okay,
that's a very good statement.
So listen, this is the difference. Okay,
true.
When you're in an MC, you guys have motorcycle runs that you have to make. Maybe from let's just say from Atlanta to California, and most of you guys work, and we're gonna get into that subject later. So most of you guys work. You got jobs, you got families, you got the whole 9 yards. So you'll try to put a 2,400-mile trip or 4,800 round trip mile into a 10-day period. Now, it is done all the time. We do it all the time. But that is a motorcycle run. So you got 10 days to do 4,800 miles. That's 24 going, 24 coming back. And you got to have a couple of days to enjoy the event or to at least be at the event. Those are hard. Those are sometimes not as fun. Those are sometimes, it just depends on who you are. I mean, we do it all the time, so it's nothing for most of us. But when you could take a vacation, when I could take those same 4,800 miles and stretch them over 30 days, now that's living.
Yes,
that's motorcycle living right there. That's what you call a motorcycle vacation. Like I used to, I didn't do it this year because of the Jamboree or whatever, but I normally leave in March and don't come home to April.
Yeah, that's what
I go back and forth I go from here to whatever, to down to here, go up that way, go this way, and come back down to this event. So I normally do like a world tour. Normally I leave in March. I'm normally going like 45, 47, 50 days or something. So now that, again, a lot of people think that costs a lot of money, but when you do it effectively,
yes,
it cannot cost as much money. You do have to prepare yourself. You do have to have that emergency, that emergency money and that emergency help, and you do have to have the squad. It does take a team.
It does.
It does take a team to accomplish those type of journeys, those vacations.
So far, I've ridden, I think, 650 miles. In that 650 miles, I've probably spent $100.
Yeah, on gas.
That's it. I haven't spent any money on lodging, not yet.
Yeah.
When I get to Jacksonville, there will be no lodging because I'm at my brother's house.
Yeah.
In between, it doesn't really cost a lot, but it takes time. I have my navigation team.
You're on vacation, so it's different.
You and I talked about this the other day, right? There are different styles of riders. There are people who are going to do the 4,800 and come back in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
I've done that early on. I'm 51.
Yeah,
I'm not in the mood to do 2,500 miles in a turn and burn. Yeah. I've done 1, 2, 3. I've done 5 iron butts. I've done them all. I did that already. At this point, I call it, I'm on tour. So the average person can't go out and stay 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
They got wives.
Your life got to be set up.
Yeah, you got wife, you got a husband, you got people that you got to report to, you got grandkids, you the babysitter. I don't have any of that stuff going on. Yeah. I'm not married. This ain't a shout out. This ain't a shoot your shot neither. I'm just saying, I'm not married, so I have the opportunity to go out and just tour.
Yeah.
I told Sarge, Chris Houston, I'm an unconventional rider. I don't do turn and burns too much.
Yeah.
I want to go out and see some shit. I want to go out and take pictures. I want to go out and meet Big Sale. I want to go out and do what I want to do. Like right now, I'm in Atlanta. Yeah. I've been here since yesterday. I'm not going to leave here until I might wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm not feeling the road today.
Yeah.
I ain't going to leave until Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I have that luxury to do that.
But you set your life up like that. That's what I tell people. Like me, I don't smoke, I don't drink. So I set my life up based on, I know I want to go to California. I know like this year coming, last year I did Arizona and I did whatever. So, but this year I'm doing Soul Brothers, Mother Chapter, Rare Breed. So that's all in the month of June. So I'm already knowing for basically once I get done with the Jamboree, I'm going to be on the road for at least about, probably about 40 some days. And that is my goal, to be out there and have a good time and then come on home because I want to I rotate, kind of the destinations that I go to.
Sure.
But definitely, like I said, Soul Brothers Mother Chapter this year. Going to fuck with them. I'm going to Rare Breeds Annual this year, the Mother Chapter.
Is that all in California?
Okay. And then I think I got it'll probably be Down the Pound, Vegas. I mean, I think it's either Vegas or wherever. Anyway, but I'm gonna put it all together and get my group together. So now, speaking of that, here we go. First off, let me say this. Let me get this disclaimer. This is in no way, shape, form, or fashion a disrespect to anybody. But me and you were having a conversation, and you were talking about accolades, and certain people get certain accolades, and you gave an interesting point on it. You were saying that some people shouldn't get the accolades that they get because their lifestyle makes it too easy for them to be able to do what they do, compared to some of us who have all the complications of life. They can't do what they do, but almost do what they do.
Okay, yeah. You and I talked about this, and this is not a slight or a dig at anybody, but if I don't, okay, I have a business to run.
Yeah.
I run the Moto Mob. Working on moving to Dallas, a second location, managing staff, payroll, the stuff that I have going on. If all I had to do,
a mother.
And a mother, yes, to an awesome daughter, Imari. Shout out to my kid. That's all I had to do was just ride. Yeah, I mean,
100,000 miles a year,
200,000 shit. I mean, hell, I could ride from here to freaking wherever.
Yeah.
If that's all I had to do, then that's what I would do. If that's it.
But miles are miles, though, sis. No matter.
Well,
so because this is how I look at it. Okay, let me. We've been battling this for the last couple of days.
We have.
So if you do 30,000 miles,
yeah,
with everything that you got involved,
it's a lot.
And I do 100,000 miles with everything I have involved. You're saying it's a difference.
I'm not saying it's a difference, but it's
my miles don't count like your miles count.
It's harder. It's harder to get 30,000 miles being a boss and you running stuff and you got a this and you got a wife at home and you got a husband at home and you got 2 dogs to feed and you got whatever. It's different. 100,000 miles.
They still single. I'm a millionaire and I'm single and I got.
I mean,
yeah,
bruh.
Yeah.
If that's all you got to do, then what?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not gonna be mad at you. I told you that. I mean,
don't be mad at me because
I'm not mad at you.
Don't be mad at me because all I got to do is motorcycle. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not. But I mean,
don't hate my motorcycle.
But at the end of the day,
don't hate
earned.
Yeah. I still got 70,000 more miles than you. Yeah, don't be mad at me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even.
So
mad.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. My man Emo. Okay. In Oakland. I don't know how he do it. I don't know when he.
Does he work?
Yes, it works. Like I think Emo got like right now. Let me see. Emo got 1, 2, 3. I think he got 4 jobs.
4 jobs. Okay.
4 jobs, 3 wives, 4 girlfriends, 7 dogs, 2 goats, and a horse. Horse.
That right there is what I feel. That's what my point was to you.
And he rides.
That's legendary shit.
He rides. I mean, Emo. I mean, does like. Said we're in Oakland. Hey man, I'm gonna ride y'all from Oakland to Arizona, and we get to Arizona at the gas station. Okay, I'm going back home, bro. Are you fucking crazy? I mean, but he see. So that's the difference. So what I'm telling you is the reason why I said the miles don't count because the passion of the individual is what outweighs the miles that they do. So
totally get it.
So your passion,
totally.
Your 20,000 miles, your passion and your 20,000 miles can equal my passion and my 100,000 miles.
Indeed. I'm not saying that they don't because they do, but I'm just saying you just get it a different way. If all I do is ride, then yeah, I'm going to probably ride 200,000 miles, 300,000 shit. I mean, you ride how many miles you want, but at the end of the day,
I know cats with 6 motorcycles and don't do 10,000 miles.
Yeah, but they're passionate the same as me.
And that's why.
And
so that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying the passion is worth more than the miles.
Okay, I wrote the article yesterday. I posted it. It's religion. This is what I do. Okay. I ride and I teach people to ride. I teach people religion. I'm
I teach
a writer.
you on my podcast.
Okay, well, you are different. You are also a ground pounder. So you understand. So you understood we disagreed on some of the stuff that we were talking about. But at the end of the day, you can't do this shit without it being your soul. You cannot be, you can't come out here and do these type of miles.
But that's my
unless it's in your
argument
soul.
because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, for example, I'm going to give you a perfect example. No disrespect to none of my partners at all. I know for a fact it's cats out there that ride their motorcycle because they have to because of the club that they're in.
Okay.
Period. If they could not ride their motorcycle, they would not ride their motorcycle.
Because they don't love it.
So listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
They don't love it.
So listen to what I'm trying to tell you. But that same person that don't love it, that don't have the passion, did 20,000 miles. But his 20,000 miles couldn't fuck with my 15,000 miles because, like you said, my passion found a way to do in between the wife needs, the kids needs, the job need, the podcast need, the tow truck need. But I'm just saying, what I'm saying is his miles are still his miles. My miles are still my miles. But what makes it different for me and you is we know the passion that you put into the miles. I know for a fact that certain clubs got members that hate their mileage requirement.
Because it's too far?
Because it's just too many. I'm telling you, I know cats right now that probably have maybe 30,000 miles and 29 of them they cried the whole way, the whole 29,000 miles. But because they want to maintain that patch, they have to do it. So this is the difference, and this is where we are, and this is what I'm gonna wrap this all up in. I'm gonna tell you like this. One thing you can't do is fool a passionate us that ride. You can't fool us. You can't fake being happy. You can't fake enjoying the ride. Can't do when you come around me, I'ma know if you do this shit or not. When you come around you
true statement.
She gonna know if you do this shit or not.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
Our conversation is totally different from any conversation that you can have. So that's why when you start talking, we're like, oh, okay. Hey, so we're going to go on and, you feel what I'm saying? Because we understand. That is so true. We understand the sacrifices that we make in order to do what we do. For example, you just said something. Well, your teaching is different than my teaching. It's still all understand.
It's all encompassing, but your teaching is in this broadcast, in the studio. You've also shown the world that you are a writer, that you're a ground pounder.
But how do you think I got the knowledge?
I got being on the road.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, that's the thing that I was talking to Sarge about the other day. Listen, do you think that being out here, Big Sal, you should know, being out here, it got nothing to do with riding straight lines. This is knowledge. Don't you think that knowledge has also saved your life many times?
For sure. And what's so we battle. What is the number one thing on a motorcycle that will save your life? Well, it's one thing that will save your life on a motorcycle.
The number one thing that will save my life?
The number one thing on any motorcycle is if you do this, it will save your life.
T-clocks?
No.
Maintenance?
No.
Well, that's what I do.
No.
The number one thing,
it's one major thing, and if I've never dropped this jewel, I'm dropping it right now.
I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure.
Never panic.
Okay. Never panic. What type of situation? Any
situation. In any situation, and I'm just going to say this is proven fact. If you don't panic, most of the time in a motorcycle related accident, you do have accidents that are just God says, it's time for you to go. Bye-bye. You're out of here. But I'm just saying, in most motorcycle accidents, the rider panics.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna agree with that because in 2019 in August, before I took my first cross country trip, I was in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. I got hit by a deer. Mm-hmm. Well, damn it, the nerve of the deer to hit me. I got hit by a deer, and the reason why I didn't go down is because I didn't panic.
That part.
I did not. I squeezed the clutch. I was in the grass rumbling like, oh my God, I'm about to, because my biggest fear is being in the woods somewhere and some shit gnawing on me all night.
And
right. And don't nobody know where I'm at. That's the reason why I use Glimpse and 360 apps and stuff like that now. So no, I didn't panic, but I didn't panic because of the knowledge that I had.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's saves.
Yeah.
I try. So everybody always asks
True.
me, "So what's the number one thing?"
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. Because if you think even today that I've been on rides that I'm not scared, I was just Saturday I was riding, and I was seeing some shit. I'm like, whoa, hey, scared. I was on my bike because it's just scary. Period. Like it's our lifestyle, what we do, our hobby, or whatever you want to call it is dangerous.
That's what I said in my post yesterday.
Yeah.
I do more than ride. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you what we talked about the other day, you and I.
Okay.
People do this stuff for clout. People do this shit for
they
fame,
HD.
right?
I know somebody paying $12 a month for clout for their bike note.
$1,200
a month.
Oh,
every month for 72 months.
Oh wow. Some people do this for clout, but this is my thing. I understand that, and some people might say, "Shit, you do it for clout. You can't do this. You can't do this for clout. You can't do this for fame because that get me killed.
It will.
It will get me killed.
It will
because the road is dangerous, Big Cell. If you ain't out there, okay, I might not ride on your level." Okay. But I see Big Cell.
But I might not ride on your level.
Correct. But now I see Big Cell out here. Big Cell is pounding the pavement. The mileage bully is pounding. You've done this, you've done that. But it might not be in your DNA to do what we do.
Let me say this right now to you guys that don't know. Speaking about Shaq Boys, I've waken up many a times on my motorcycle doing 100 miles an hour.
Facts. Oh my God. Yeah. Let me tell you,
waking up several times.
Sleep.
Woken up on my motorcycle like,
yes.
Oh shit.
Sleep.
Hey, you better get it together.
Trust. Yeah. I was in Arkansas on my first tour. I woke up doing 100 miles an hour and hit the rumble strips and went into the grass.
Wow.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Thinking. Because you got to do this thing, Big Cell, because it's in your spirit. Passion. Jump out here and do Shaquila's or Big Cell's 2,000, 3,000 miles.
Yeah.
I didn't just jump out and start riding cross country.
Okay.
This took 15 years for me to get knowledge, experience, time in the saddle, riding time.
Okay.
I probably done ridden 500,000 miles plus in 15 years. That's not a lot, but it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
But knowledge, understanding if my tire blow, can I plug it? Can I this? Do I know this? Where to park? Where to go? Who to talk to? Carry my weapon? What states can I carry my weapon in? Certain things. So people out here trying to mock what Big Cell do, what Shaquila do, what K Solo do, what Sarge do, what the big ground pounders do. You got to do.
You're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna die.
Facts. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. You got to do what's in your limitations.
So if you've ever heard me say this, I say this all the time. You have to be grown enough to ride your ride. Just because I leave with you don't mean that I'm coming back home with you. Because there will be a time when you say, hey, Sal, man, I just can't do it no more. Okay, well, baby, it's a hotel right across the street.
Go on over there.
I'm going to make sure you got your room. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? You have to be grown enough. So when people call me all the time, hey, Sal, man, when your next big ride? Yeah, next month. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I ain't ready for that.
Exactly.
Also, I tell everybody, hands down, and my man Emo is and I'm using him.
Is this the guy that you're saying that be like, I rode 5,000 miles this way? Hey, bro, I'm getting ready to go back home.
Yeah, that's him. So and I'm using Emo. I'm using him, because that's my boy. But Emo, I'd be like, Emo say, hey, Sal, when we ride, who riding with us? I'd be like, he'd be like, damn. he don't like to ride with, he like to know if they certified, the whole nine. Right. And I understand it.
But do you know why? Tell people why he want to know.
I took 40 people that I met at the gas station from here to California. And people called me crazy. But I did it. And I did it because, again, I just felt that I know there's a lot of people out there that want to take those big journeys, and they just don't have. A lot of people don't have the patience because they're doing those cannonball runs. This particular run, I mapped it out. I talked about it. I had Zooms. I had all the different meetings, and I basically told them, listen, no matter what, be prepared to be on that road by yourself. Have your own money, You're on cash, you're on credit card, you're on emergency get down. If your bike break down, we're not gonna end this ride because your bike broke down. We gonna get you to the closest dealership and brother, you good? We good? So they say, oh, okay, we out of here, and that's just what it is. Every time when I'm on the road, and I have to thank God and I have to give praise and props to everybody that's ever helped me out, whether it be a cash app, whether it be
Same.
sale.
Same.
Hey man, you coming? What you on the 10 or you on the 20? Hey, be careful, man. It's down diesel or the grass. The grass is done growed high. Be careful. I mean, you get all of the text messages in the calls, and I think that, but like you said, we've built that. That's 15 years of riding,
Correct.
10 years of riding,
Correct.
20 years of riding to build those relationships to where people will call you. Hey, will you be here by tomorrow by 11? Okay, the weather good. You should be straight.
Listen, when I got ready to get on this podcast, somebody just hit me up. They was like, hey, when you get ready to come through San Antonio, you need a shower, you need food, you need a good night's sleep, whatever you need. That don't just come overnight.
Yeah.
That comes with relationships that you done built on the road. When I was on my last tour, listen, I had state to state handoffs. Yeah. When I got to the next state, another state picked me up. When I got to the next state, another state met me. So that's relationships. That's covenant relationships. My bike go down, something happens to me out here, I feel like I'm okay. I feel like if I'm in Atlanta, is he calling you now?
Yeah, my man Chuck calling. Hold on. Big homie, what it do?
What up, homie? I still missed your call, man.
Yeah, I'm on live, man. We was talking about the Jamboree, man. I was just letting the people know. I figured I would call you, man. Let the people know we got a lot of different new and exciting stuff going on for the Jamboree this year, brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed you, man. Sorry about that. I was up here at the shop. They doing the porta potties for me.
We still on live, man. You can tell them about it. We still on live.
Okay, I'm going to call you from my other phone, all right? All right.
Yeah, that's my man, Top, everybody. So I'm turning that down. I already knew that was going to happen. I'm trying to see, did we freeze? Let's see, it might have been just that. It looked like there it is. We're back. Okay. So anyway, hear what she's saying, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not an easy thing. Here we go. What up, Top?
Hey, what up, Sal?
What's going on, man? So I'm telling about the Jamboree. I'm telling about all of the different stuff that we've, that we put into place, man, and how we're going to bring them we're going to kill them off this year, man, with a bunch of different things, man. So chime on in.
Oh, yeah. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, this year's Jamboree is going to be off the chain. We got some new stuff to do, a lot of stuff planning. The fairgrounds added another 24 by 24 square foot covered areas that we're going to have available. Man, there's just so much stuff that we putting together. It's hard to really talk about it, Sal.
I know what I told him. We trying to put it together. We almost got Wednesday done. We got Thursday almost done. Friday almost done. Saturday is done. Sunday is done. So as soon as we get it together, man, we're gonna get it all done. People have been asking about the hotels. I told them we released most of the hotels that we're doing, and all of the hotels will be available soon. And other than that, man, they want to get there on Tuesday because they don't want to miss nothing. Tickets will be on $150 until January the 1st. After that, they go to $200. And all tickets will be on Eventbrite. You can't come to the fairgrounds and to buy a ticket. You can buy one at Eventbrite whenever you get to Tampa or on your way to Tampa. And all you're going to do is show us your phone or your receipt. We're going to scan it. It's going to tell us how many tickets you got. So,
definitely.
A lot of different things we've done different, man. So just trying to tell them we're excited. Me and you both excited. We've been working every day. We haven't had any rest to put this thing together for them, man. So just letting them know what we on point with it in the whole 9 yards.
That's for sure, man. This has been a nonstop ever since the last Jamboree ended. We've been out here talking to people, shaking hands, kissing babies, and people really excited about having all the people come down here to Tampa. And they were really, really impressed on that. We have a couple businesses that that we won't be doing any business with, that really don't have anything to do with the motorcycle community. Cigar International sending out support and hosting any events, especially motorcycles. They're gonna have a limited spot for motorcycles to come in. After that, they shut it down. They're gonna have security that's gonna return their motorcycles away. So we moving everything to the fairgrounds. Everything this year will be at the fairgrounds. Motorcycles will be able to come inside the fairgrounds, park, enjoying the entertainment and everything. So everything's at the fairgrounds except for the beach bash that we have, and that's Sunday. That's all day Sunday, the beach bash.
That part. I told them wait till they see the beach. I told them I'm gonna show them the beach.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna love this area. Y'all gonna love this fluid area.
Yeah. So, well, that's what it is, brother. I didn't mean to disturb you. Just wanted you to get your 2 cents in on that, man. Let them know we're not playing no games with it, man.
Oh yeah, definitely not, man. I'm telling you, man. My man Sale there, man. Keep pumping it, coming up with some great ideas. Stuff's gonna be working the way we want it working. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all missed it last year, y'all don't want to miss this year, because this year is going to be more excitement. Action packed this year for sure.
Well, there it is there, Top. I appreciate you, brother. I love you, and I'll call you when we get off.
I appreciate you, brother.
Later. All right, bitch lady. Anything else you want to wrap it up with?
No, it's been a great pleasure to finally meet you and talk about this. I love the Atlanta. Georgia is my home.
Yeah.
It's my place of birth. This was my birth certificate. And
Go Grady, baby.
Yes. No, I'm not a Grady baby. I was born in Lincolnton, Georgia, which is about 2 hours from here.
That's a whole nother state.
And
anyway, that's a whole nother state.
Fight. So yeah, I'm a Bulldogs fan. I don't know what's going on with y'all raggedy Falcons, but that's another story.
Hey, Poe baby.
Try to talk your
Poe baby. I'm not a Falcon at all. You don't you even what?
Cowboys?
If you don't,
you need to
don't
throw the whole
listen,
studio in the trash.
Listen.
Throw the whole studio in the trash.
This show is, hey man, we had a good time today. I want to appreciate everybody. Thank everybody for coming out, man. I love you guys, man. You understand me? And make sure you like it to subscribe to the channel, man.
I'm enjoying my motherfucking life. That's all I'm saying. I advise you to do the same.
Man.
Do shit that make you
My
happy.
friends be like, how
Make
come
sure.
you're not famous yet? I'd be like, you didn't share my shit. How can I make sure to you? That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm not famous.
Make sure you like and subscribe. That's it, man. That's because you all like and subscribe and share my shit. But anyway,
Moto Mob.
Give me your information, man, before we get up out of
The
here.
Moto Mob is located in Franklin, Virginia. It is at 1323 Carsville Highway, Franklin, Virginia, 23851. Our phone number, or actually our website, because people be calling. If you want to book a class, if you want to talk about anything, you can email us at themotomob.com. You can find us there. You can call us direct, 757-556-3189. And I respond to pretty much all of the emails, or my operations manager, Bettina, does, or one of my staff members do. Classes are on Saturday and Sunday. And I won't be teaching any of the classes for the next 2 weeks because I'm on the road.
That part right there.
I'm on the road. That's what bosses do. And I'm very blessed to be able to do that and to say that. To God be the glory. So, Moto Mob, in my next venture, I plan to move to DFW, which is Dallas Fort Worth. Somebody did drop a jewel on me about coming to the Atlanta area. So I'm going to consider Georgia. I got to find out what Georgia does. What does Georgia require? And we're going to go from there. And thank you, Big Cell, for the opportunity to be on your podcast.
Man, it's been my pleasure, sis. I mean, we can go on and on and on.
We
probably do part 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12.
We've done quite a few of these. This is like, this is the first time I've been in person.
Yeah, but
you and I have done 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah. So it's definitely good. But we definitely going to document your journey and see how you liked it, what you went through. We'll talk about that. That's part of your 10 to the end experience as well, is to document that. So for all the ladies that's out there, man, that's doing their thing, we love you. We're proud of you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. We understand the risk that you take, the people that you leave behind, and the people that are rooting and cheering for you. So we definitely want to give you that blessing. And
I
that
have one
grace.
thing.
Yeah,
Let me say this to women, right? When you go to the class, I have so many women that reach out to me and say, hey, I failed my class. I didn't do well. I can't get it, or whatever. I had a lady not long ago that failed 3 times. Failed, and came back and took the class and finally made it, right? So I want to say this to you. If you want to make it, if you want to do it, you can. You will. But you got to want it. You have to. That's the first thing. And if you want something bad enough, you keep trying until you get it. So that's the biggest thing that I want to say to most women. Riding by yourself or riding solo, yeah, it seems a little bit scary or what have you. Well, hey, what if my bike falls? Well, if your bike does fall, you get somebody to help you pick it up. You got to be careful where you go, where you stop, who you talk to, packing. and so forth. Don't overpack too much stuff. If you're bougie, you know, you got to ride around with a bunch of makeup and your hair done and all that stuff. The road might not be for you. But at the end of the day, you can get it done. If you want to control your own throttle, you will. And that's kind of what I want to leave the general public. And with that being said,
Heifers
that's
right.
all I got.
All right, y'all, we're going to cheer on, man, on her journey here from 10 to the end in Utah. Flat,
Yes.
salt, flat,
flats.
saltine crackers.
What?
Whatever it may be. So it is what it is, man. We love you, sis. We proud of you.
Thank you, babe.
Keep doing your thing. Keep being
Yes.
an example. Keep encouraging. Keep teaching.
Yes.
Keep learning. Keep soaring. Keep
Same.
building. Keep adding on. And just keep doing your thing, man.
Will do. Fist pound. Thank you.
There
Thank
it
you,
is
thank
there,
you,
man.
thank
Ladies
you,
and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Moto Mob, man, my girl, man. Yeah. So, man, before we get up out of here, mad shout out. There go the Queen.
Baby Slip from Rare Breed Mother Chapter.
Hey, my man, Baby Slip, where you at?
Out here chilling with Big Cell from FHO. We finna get it in for y'all. You dig?
Yo, man, it's your boy Big Sarge from Florida Chapter Soul Brothers, man. Y'all know how I get down. I'm always listening to my man Big Cell from FHO Podcast Radio. He keep it motorcycle.
Yo, this is Visions by Cinnamon Smiles. If I'm not advertising, networking, or promoting for you, I'm tuned in to FHO Radio with Big Cell. Shout
So, you still keeping it 100. Well, keep hitting those asses with the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
All right, y'all, we go on, man. We love you, and I know you can do about it, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, support, tell a friend, do some other stuff. And again, man, I got to tell you this. No matter what, ride your ride. No matter what you do, ride your ride. Do not let anybody trick you into doing anything that you're not comfortable with, riding in any space, time, or place, or speed that you're not comfortable with. Ride your ride. It's your boy Big Cell FHOH and I see, man, and we gone, man. Enjoy your day, man. Peace.
That was so awesome, man. That was so dope, man.